Hey everybody, Frugal Farmer here. Just going through some stuff and ran across this book. It's a long history on this book. It was copyrighted 1964. Well, this is the book that my sisters used to learn how to read. And at the time I didn't know how to read, but I'd look at the stories. And I pretty much had the stories memorized. For looking at the pictures, that is, not for having read them. And well, I don't think I could get anybody to read it to me at the time. And anyway, it was about 10 years ago. I was in a junk shop in South Carolina. They had a collection of books, and they were on a wall, probably 3 or 4 thousand books. And I'd been looking for this book, and I was with a friend of mine there. We were walking by the bookcase, and I happened to stop in about the middle of it and look at it. And he kind of looked at me, like, what's going on with him? I walked over there and I pulled this book out from the middle, and I told him the stories. I said, the first one should be about there was an airplane involved in one, and a boy getting lost in a cave, and I mean, there are just different stories in there. So he said, yeah. He said, how in the world do you know that? I said, I've been looking for that book for years because I wanted to read those stories. Well, I went up to the lady. I asked her, ma'am, how much you want for this? And I think she was like $3 or $4. I said, ma'am, you got it. I gave her 5. I said, keep the change. And she said, well, thank you. She said, any reason in particular for that book? So I explained the story to her. It was my sister's. I said, I've been looking for this thing for years, wanting to read it, but these books were done away with, and they've gone with other stuff, and I don't even know how these kids read now. I just learned that kids aren't learning how to cursive write anymore. They say elective, that everything's print. And when I was in second grade, they said, well, y'all learn how to cursive write in third grade. Well, ended up they changed schools, and I had to change school, which I did not want to do. I didn't want to leave all my friends. And I went to the other school. Well, everybody there had learned in second grade how to cursive write. So that was a trial in itself, but I finally learned how to read and write in cursive, and got this book and was able to read all the stories. Thanks for stopping by. Come back and see me again when you will. Share, comment, like, hit that subscribe button. God bless.